Hello and welcome back to another episode, and this is my very first book review. Okay, so I don't really know if this counts as a book review because I've never done one before, but let's get started anyway. So, a while back, I was going through a really bad phase in my life, and I was trying a lot of different things to get out of that bad phase. And I came across this book called IKIGAI, and a lot of people were talking about it, and I thought I should pick this up as well. But it took me around 10 months, if not more, to finish this book. Now, it's a relatively small book, it's as big as my hand, but it's not the most exciting book to read through. But there were three things that I really liked about this book, and I thought I'd share that with you. And that's one of the reasons why I don't know if this is a book review. So the first thing I want to talk about is Existential Crisis. For those of you who don't know, it's a lack of clarity about what your purpose in life should be. Now this is something that can drive you crazy and something I have struggled with for a very long time. I do not know what I was doing or why I was doing it or why I should continue doing it. These were questions to which I had no answers to, and I felt the best way to deal with it was to avoid the question at all. What was the purpose of my life? But this book gave me a new perspective on that. Existentialism happens when you do things that others expect from you, or when you do things just because somebody is telling you to do it, or when you do something just because somebody else is doing it. In essence, when you do things that you don't love is when you start questioning life. Now this leads to a very interesting question. How do you find things that you love to do? For me, there are two ways to find this. One is to do things you absolutely hate, so that you start thinking that anything is probably better than doing this, and that will lead you to finding things that you really love. Or you could not do anything. Take a break for a week or a month, whatever suits you, and distance yourself from everyone and distance yourself from distractions like social media. And you'll find yourself gravitating towards things you like. It could be singing, dancing, calligraphy, painting. And when you're away from social media, you will not do these things for validation. You'll start doing these things because you genuinely like doing it. And these are the two ways that helped me find things that I really like to do. The second thing I liked about this book was the perspective that life is not really about finding peace, and our health and well-being depends on the natural tension that is caused when you compare what you have achieved so far in life with what you want to accomplish in the future. In essence, life is not really about finding peace, but finding that challenge worth living for. Now this challenge doesn't have to be something you get paid for necessarily. It could be something like you could do 10 push-ups yesterday and today you can do 12. And if this challenge is good enough, you'll probably never have to stop doing it or retire at a certain age. You could do this for the rest of your life. For example, if you like painting, you could paint till the last day you are alive, and I think that will be a good way to die, doing something you love doing. The third thing that I really liked about this book was the recipe for finding flow. If you do things which are very easy, you'll get bored, and if you do things which you don't know how to do, you'll be anxious. But if you find that sweet spot with just enough challenge, you'll be able to find flow. Now these tasks which will help you find flow are things where you know what to do and how to do it, and you have enough knowledge to gauge how well you're doing that task. And it also challenges your skills slightly. And when you're doing these tasks which help you find flow, you will find that you're able to do a lot more in a lot less time. And you won't even realize how time flies by, and it will make you way more happier and help you live better. And those are the three things that really stood out for me. And if you liked it, you should probably consider reading that book. I'll add a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. And that's all for today, and I'll see you soon.